Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today as I get 2 dirty rags from a curtain. That's what I did. A curtain that probably is made of plastic, or was, but it apparently was not. Ooh, what do we have? A weird surgical clamp. That is indeed a weird surgical clamp. Even the tool itself looks confused about its purpose. Don't be snarky with me. Item descriptions. How dare you say weird things like that? Got a little bit of tower in. We got nothing else, basically. Last episode, well, we are in the Lemurian Health Center, but last episode we fought a bunch of, another medicine prescription that we found already. We fought a bunch of strongmans and handmaidens, and everything was very dire and bad for a moment. But then I solved the puzzle, because it's all a puzzle. It's always a puzzle. Combat is best when it is a puzzle, rather than I don't know. It's some combat. It's just a test of patience sometimes, or I suppose reflexes are nice as well for combat. But puzzle, joining the two, I suppose, is pretty nice as well. But puzzle is the best, as we know. That's why turn-based games are the best and the better. We have a universal psionic modulator over here. That's interesting. I think that is better than what I have over here, because our current one has a metathermics modulator, I believe. And if it's universal, it might give us because that one was very high quality. If it's universal, it might give us everything lowered usage. Is it lowered usage? I don't know. No, it's increased metathermics, but also critical chance. For some reason, I always thought I had something for lowered psychos decrease. Yeah, it is metathermics. Psychos decreased by 26%. It's the psychos, not the action points. Right. That's what it is. And we got our third medicine prescription that we needed for our collection. We're doing very well on our collection of oddities. Let's look at them. Look at all that. And we haven't even been down to the other places. Broken high-tech watch. Where did I get that? And a capacitive deionization. That's the thing, for sure. Medical cart over here with nothing in it. And the door, is that door locked? No, it is not. Huh. Well, that was this level. No, it was not this level. There's a door back here. With a cabinet. 2 cabinets. With an advanced catalyzing belt. Action point cost of chemical pistol. Aww. It's the one that sucks. Doctor's coat over here. No, don't need that. And a doctor's pouch. I don't need that. I have one. That's pretty good, actually. The doctor's pouch. It works well with my build. Pain. I should have saved. Pain debilitates you without warning. You feel it reverberating deep inside your abdomen, as though your intestines have become home to a mass of excruciated worms. They're in pain as well, the worms. Poor worms. The pain is growing, yet you are falling apart, which is usually the... not yet. And you are falling apart. I'm gonna hold myself together, though. With, tape and things. With clenched teeth, apparently. And in your own desperate embrace... You try to endure the mounting suffering. Pain must be ignored. The body must remain whole. This you repeat and repeat to yourself, not with spoken or imagined words, with language itself, but with pure willpower, which is like the good brand that you buy of willpower. It comes from the mind, therefore the mind must be subdued. You aren't certain as to how much time has passed, but time has passed. Once you finally come to your senses, it feels like the pain has stopped long ago. You are sitting on the floor, alive and whole, and most importantly, in complete control. That felt like we were literally falling apart rather than figuratively, because the text didn't know the difference. Also, this is the mutagen that we learned from the receptionist. This, I assume it is the mutagen. I seem to be perceiving strange unreal things, even though they're real. Ever since I came here, is something going on here that I should know about? Are you sure what you are experiencing is not in fact due to errors in your perception or cognition, ma'am? Human beings are by their nature weakly rational and are thus subject to a variably relatable What the heck is she talking about? Subject to a variably relative interpretation of reality. As is everybody, because that's what reality is. I'm completely sure. I'm afraid you cannot help her, ma'am. What? I think you misunderstood me. I said, I'm afraid I cannot help you, ma'am. Receptionist? How do you know what I understood? It's like you saying, hey, can you pass me the salt? And the other person says, what? Oh, I'm sorry, you misunderstood me. Can you pass me the salt? No, that's not what misunderstanding means. This character, this receptionist, does not understand. That's what misunderstanding is. I'm not capable of performing a psychiatric examination, and no members of the medical staff who are currently available. Oh, there's two R's repeated. No members of the medical staff who are currently available. We are sorry for your inconvenience. Well, I guess that's that. Well, all the gates are open. And I'm being clearly manipulated by the receptionist. Who is in turn being manipulated by something else. The thing that said it's clear. It's clear. I don't need to explain it. Do I need to explain it? It's very obvious. Pharmacy over here. We got a cabinet. I wish it were. To clarify, I wish it weren't obvious. Because I really liked that single thing. I don't need that, do I? No. I really liked that single thing where she told me, go and check the door. And the door opened. That was enough. That's all you need. That's all the hint you need. Because you will remember that as a player when it is revealed that she's being controlled by the one person still alive around here. And is pretending to control that receptionist. Anything and all the things. And then you would remember that and it'd be like, aha, I should have seen that coming. But now you really should see that coming, and so there's no surprise. The surprise has been done already. It's that's the line that she said. The door won't budge. Well, it's because it's locked, like the other ones. It feels like something is blocking it from the other side. I'll knock on the door. You raise your hand. Yes, I do. You knock a few times and wait. Well, you weren't expecting much after all. No, I was not. I don't even understand why I would do that to that door. Because I didn't do that to the other ones. But apparently I could do that to that one. Or I did that to that one. Of course I did. It was there. The option. Cone snail pen. Lovely. That's the third of the collection. Unfortunately, it's only one experience point. So not that great. A vigorous belt, some insectoid saliva. That saliva is actually important to making the advanced health kits, but whatever. It's fine. Got some bandages. That's the stuff. Much better than the advanced health kits and crafting and whatnot. Just don't take damage. That's the best crafting. The camera did not see me. Something is blocking the door from the other side. This level is the level of the things blocking things from the other side. Camera does not see me. I like it. An electronic lock that I assume is on the other side of the wall. There's a lifeman over here. Hacking 85 on both accounts. I should be able to open it without closing the inventory. It's my favorite. It's my biggest achievement there. Because it is a pain. We got a greater fusion cell down here somewhere. Right there. We also have a crate. Just some machetes. The barrel has some bounding agent, also known as glue. And these boxes have steel plates. High quality? Pretty sure. It's pretty good. And metal scraps and coal. Sure. And the Lifeman that apparently has a health bar? Or is that a battery? I think it is battery. The servant is trying to pry the gate open with his hands. Do you need my assistance, ma'am? I'm unable to assist you until after I open, or I have opened this gate. Why are you trying to open it? I'm attempting to save lives, ma'am. There are sirs and ma'ams on the other side of this gate and that need my help. Yeah, but there's a large hole in the wall you can use to get out of this room. Oh, you don't understand, ma'am. There are sirs and ma'ams on the other side of this gate. I need to open it if I am to reach them. But there's another way. Are you blind? Ma'am, you should seek medical assistance immediately. You are displaying symptoms of a severely reduced cognitive ability, quite possibly due to the effect of the mutagen. I'd carry you to a physician myself, but I have to open this gate first. Yes, there is a massive opening in the wall over there, you tin-headed puppet, because I am just as dumb as you and I can't explain to you that your prerogative is wrong. He said, I need to open this gate to the other side. That is factually wrong. You do not need to open this gate to get to the other side. That's what I should be saying, but instead I'm getting upset, which I am not, because I just love to ramble. Why don't you listen to me? Ma'am, please, the sirs and ma'ams are on the other side of this gate and they require my assistance. I must go through this gate, and there is nothing you or anyone else can do to misguide me. It is my directive, and I am incapable of defying it. Why are only some of you servants friendly to me, whereas the others are not? Servants may not cause harm to any sir or ma'am or their pet animals. If you have been or are being assaulted by a servant, then the unit must be defective and should be immediately reported to an on-duty member of Lemurian security. Or it could be that you are not a ma'am. Sure. You seem to be struggling with the gate. I'm afraid you're right, ma'am. Putting aside the fact that my actuators have not been serviced in more than 250 years, my power cell's state of charge has dropped to suboptimal levels for the task at hand. My pedestal, which serves as a charging base, has malfunctioned, and I have not been recharged in a period of time. Yes, you have not been recharged in a period of time. That is indeed how period of time works. It's always the case for everything that has not been that is not being currently recharged. I am for some reason unable to specify. Oh, the period of time is not. Oh, because I couldn't. The time, yeah, you can't specify the period of time that it hasn't been recharged. Can you stand on another statue's pedestal and charge yourself? I could, but all of them are on the other side of this gate. There's no way to reach one until I open it. That is false. That is indeed false. But I can't point it out because I am dumb as bricks, even though I have maximum intelligence. Any other ways to open the gate besides brute force? Not while the building is under lockdown, ma'am. There are manual override levers underneath each gate panel, but the lockdown disables them. If gates must be opened even under lockdown, strongmen have been designed to accomplish that task. Yeah, it's a bad thing that you're not a strongman. You're a lifeman. So, yeah. It does require a strongman in optimal working state, ma'am, which I am currently not. Can I charge you? I would be most thankful, ma'am. There is a manual recharging slot on my, pardon my expression, ass, ma'am. However, the slot is not where, again, pardon me for using such language, the asshole is, ma'am, but it is behind a small panel on the left, cheek. It's better if I say the proper words instead of being weird. Okay, well, can I not charge you? I can. That's why he has a thingy, a battery thingy. I wonder how much battery he has. So hopefully just a single little pop of a supercharged lithium cell can do the trick. Let's put it in there. It's sliding in, and it slides very slowly. Or rather, not slowly. It doesn't. It's hungry. It's hungry. We'll pop in the big boxes of things that I have over here. Let's go ahead and do that. How about this? Oh, that is a lot of batteries. That is bad. You're hungry. You're hungry for this. I have these ones though. Which I was really saving for my boat, but I also have a bunch of those, so it's kind of good. Are you good enough? Apparently not. It's more. This sucks. I don't want to do this, honestly, but I expect... Oh, there it is. I expect him to be required to open other things. The gate is open, ma'am. I must proceed. Wait, can you open the gates behind the reception for me while you're at it? The morgue, ma'am? That is exactly where I am headed, ma'am. Follow me, but do take great care. There are mutated sirs and ma'ams right past this gate. If they surprise you, I may not be able to react in time to assist you, ma'am. The morgue, ma'am? Who mentioned the morgue, ma'am? You did, ma'am. Time is running out. It is necessary that we make haste. Be careful, ma'am. You hear words. Yes, I also see him not going in the right direction, which I assume is not intended. You hear them in your mind. The words are. They are being spoken by a voice that is not yours. The other voice. Capital O, capital V. The words may sound articulate and meaningful. They may be carried by a tone that is rich and pleasing, but they are not your words, and it is not your voice, the one uttering them. Which is a thing that normal people tend to be capable of hearing, is voices that are not their own. You can imagine other people's voices, that is fine. However, this is obviously the same, in the same sense of what was happening before. So you address it, subconsciously, but the other voice, capital O, capital V, doesn't stop or even pause. It carries on as though you were silent. You don't wish to stop or pause either. This is your mind, your refuge, your realm. Interloping vocals must be confronted. But before you are able to even finish that thought, you come to the realization that the dialogue you have just engaged in is actually beautiful. It is a contrapointing, there's a word for that, and I'm not sure that is the English word, because that punt comes from the point. It's a conversation, it's a dance, a captivating, profound, and fluent interchange in which two independent, oh look at that, which being used properly, independent and adventurous melodic voices, your voice, capital Y, capital V, and the other voice, capital O, capital V, caress each other and give birth to mesmerizing harmony, beauty of sound. You like this? You can't not like this. And as soon as you sink into the enjoyment that sprang into your mind like an unexpected epiphany, the other voice's timbre changes. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to evict the capital O, other, capital V voice. It is time for the other voice to leave. You begin zoning the voice out, even though it is shouting for its existence. You hope to overpower it with your own voice, but something is wrong. It doesn't sound like your voice anymore. It is similar but different. Fearing what you might hear should you continue, you focus on what your voice should and must sound like before you dare using it again. You remember the conversations you have had during your life, as many as you can, collecting the information you would need to confidently establish your rule over your mind with the correct voice. These waves coming from the past are drowning out the other, capital O, voice, capital V, until it sinks into nothingness. All that is left for you is to speak, and so you do. Your voice is no longer just your imagination. You can hear it. You hear, which is Anyway, you hear sounds as well, but no other, capital O, voice, capital V. Your surroundings become real once again. And the problem with this is that there's combat outside of us, and all of that... Oh, look at you being... Yeah, you're... Yeah. Yeah. No. That's not about to happen. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that I should press enter. Enter. Hello. You are gonna be stunned. How about this? Does it get over there? Yes, it does. You might be killed. Also, these are not sirs and ma'ams. These are... And I also don't think you're gonna help me. These are handmaidens. Oh, there's a strongman. What? Are you kidding me? He attacks me. Sure, whatever. There's a thing over here. With dirty rags. I don't know what I'm expecting. One of these days I'll find something different. We've got a desk over here as well. With things that we know already. That medical cabinet is on the outside. That portrait is animated. They printed an animated GIF. That's what they did. That's the way you get animated stuff. You can also print YouTube videos if you didn't know. But that's a little bit more complicated. It requires a specialized printer. I can avoid them. I mean, I can't because they're here. There's microchip implantation units over here, which I assume are required for the microchips that I have. Maybe there's an upgrade thing over here because I need a C5 for whatever. Oh, for the lockdown disengagement. We have ourselves a Psyderm, a medical patch for Psyware users addicted to abusing, not to using, to abusing their power. It's expired though. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. It's an oddity. You can't do anything with it. Medical cabinets over here. Yeah, some healing items, not too bad. Microchip thing. It appears to be out of order. That is indeed the case. Maybe I can extract it from the arm. My god. Wall of text incoming. If performing microchip implantation, make sure that the appropriate microchip implant has been properly inserted into the slot located above the hand aperture. The unit will automatically determine its functionality and request replacement if necessary. If performing microchip implant extraction, always make sure that the proper mode of extraction and disposal has been selected. Make sure to replace the sterilization mixture canister once its gauge turns red. The implantee's hand needs to be bare. It should also remain motionless for the entire duration of the procedure in order to avoid complications. The procedure is atraumatic and does not require anesthetics in the majority of cases. The procedure should always be performed in the presence of a qualified physician. Let's save the game. That's the first step of any medical procedure. Any extract microchip implant. Waiting for implantee to insert their hand in this aperture. Yes, I'm gonna use Phil's arm. Following the on-screen instructions, you carefully remove the glove from the hand. The gloved hand has always felt somewhat fleshy when pressed, much fuller than one would expect. I'm not sure what that means, but sure. As if the glove has somehow preserved this very old hand from decay. Oh, you thought it didn't have flesh inside. Right, because the expect bit, you expected it not to have flesh. The glove has preserved it too well, in fact. What do you mean too well? You've been carrying a living creature with you all this time. Have I? Okay, if one can call this a single creature. What do you mean? What you actually see is a greenish tissue in the shape of a human hand, familiarly tumorous and unmistakably preserved, writhing unhappily at what you have done to it, or perhaps at what you're about to do next. You insert the hand into the unit's aperture and observe. A sharp instrument emerges from the top of the aperture, targeting the area between the thumb and the index finger. What is that area? A small nozzle parallel to its tip sterilizes the hand. The mass begins twitching and squirming as if in pain, and the implement driving into its flesh exacerbates its condition even further. A second passes and the microchip is out, disappearing inside the unit. You hear a familiar spraying sound coming from inside the unit, and following a short delay, the microchip implant drops into a small tray on the unit's right side. I don't know what that familiar spray is, but it is familiar. The hand is probably like, I don't know, vomit. The hand is motionless and sterilized, its green coloration slowly losing vividness. You remove it from the unit. It is now dead. The hand, that's what I removed it, if it was ever even alive. I don't know what you're talking about this alive thing. Extraction successful, the machine says. The microchip implant has been sterilized and deposited to the extraction tray. So I can implant now. Microchip implant slot is empty. Please insert an appropriate microchip into the slot located above the hand aperture. Yeah, I'm going to insert Phil's microchip implant and put my hand in the aperture, obviously. You insert your hand into the aperture and rest it inside a padded cuff. It slowly closes around your wrist, keeping it firmly in place. A syringe-like instrument emerges from the top of the aperture, targeting the area between that area it's magical. A small nozzle parallel to the needle sterilizes your hand, and then you feel a sting, and the microchip is in. The instrument retracts and the cuff opens. What cuff? There, it opens. Implantation successful. Testing signal received. No issues with the microchip implant detected. Can I implant more? I wonder. I gained 2 experience from that, so yay. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Also, if now, basically, if anybody kidnaps me, I will be able to use that thing, even though I might not have all my things with me. Okay, well, we're gonna need to kill all of these, aren't we? Because they pop out. Oh. Oh, advanced patching kit. Sure. Those are good. I use them. I really want to see what that door has. I don't fully understand why those things aggroed. I want to see what this door has, but I also want to see what that door has. So I can't force it, obviously, because I have 0 strength. Or 3, which is equivalent. It's not equivalent, but whatever. We're good. Didn't we get, like, a check specifically that was, like, agility 2 or something? It seems very specific. This is great. I like this. I like this. Anyway, we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.